Welcome to Wet Picks. My name is Marcus van Leyden, and today I'm talking about diving with seals off of Lundy Island. Lundy Island is accessible from Ilfracombe. You take a boat out to the island and stop at a place called Gannet Bay, and it takes about 1 hour or hour and a quarter. Ilfracombe itself is a really pretty town. It's dominated by the harbour. It's where the lifeboat hangs out, and generally it's a really pleasant place to be. North Devon is blessed with being perhaps one of the prettiest counties in the south of England. Obviously there's that famous statue, which I won't talk about. You can look that up for yourself. That's where you pick your gear up from when you meet up at the dive centre shop. Then you come round to here, and that's where you board effectively. There's little sunny beaches here. People are super friendly, and generally it's a nice place to stay. There's plenty of hotels nearby, and the boat sets off with the tide, obviously, so it tends to be about 8 to 9 before you take off, somewhere around there. The seals at Lundy Island are the grey seals, which is the larger of the two breeds that hang around the British Isles. The males grow up to about 2-10 centimetres, and the females up to about 1.8 or 6 foot. The flippers are about 25 centimetres big. They tend to be grey. They're earless. They have got hearing, but they don't actually have ears. Their actual Latin name is quite interesting as it goes, and forgive the pronunciations. It's Halucerus gypus, which translated is hook-nosed sea pig. These creatures are amazing. They are so friendly. They're curious. The colony on Lundy Island is about 60 in size, breeding colony, but that can double in the summer. The only times I've been down to Lundy to see them, on the 3 occasions I have, has all been around the June, July time. So they're plentiful. When you pull up in the boat, they just jump in the water because they find you fascinating. It is a conservation area where you dive, so the boat's limited to how close it can get to the shore. You dive in a cove, and it is super safe. If you get lost, go west, and you'll hit the island. It's quite shallow, about 7 metres, so you haven't got to be big diver. However, it is quite cold. English waters are cold. If you're an overseas diver, as I tend to be, where you get waters of 28, 29, this is a cool 15 degrees Celsius, which is quite cool. In actual fact, in the video you see me putting on my dry suit. If you're not dry suit trained, just be aware you need to be. There was a horrific accident this year. Some poor young woman died as a result of not being in a dive suit, having not been trained, and bad leadership by the dive school. But let's not dwell on that. The water is semi-clear by English standards. It's quite clear. It has good visibility. But when you're diving with the seals, the secret is not to chase after them. A, because they swim far more efficiently than we do. Secondly, they'll just swim away from you. If you just paddle along or fin along gently above the kelp, they will come to you. They will play with your fins. They think that's great fun. They're curious. They may grab you like a puppy does by the arm. No harm in that. If they get a little bit amorous, just squirt them with a bit of air from your octopus and they'll go away. They're not aggressive at all, really. They will be if you try and be silly with them. But I've found when I've dived with them, they just enjoy seeing you, being around you, playing with you. You'll see in one of the videos here, I'm playing hide and seek with a young one that promptly fell asleep. How boring am I? So they really are fun animals to be around. You're almost certainly guaranteed to get interaction with a seal down there, but they are a wild animal, so there's no control at all over what they do and don't do. But as I say, if you're down that part of the world, or you feel it's worth making a trip, highly recommend it, and highly recommend the dive centre, which the dive centre we were was Easy Divers Northern Devon. there is a video on easy divers. It's a mini review, not an in-depth review. They come out quite well, if you want the truth, but like everything else, the European way, for some reason we're obsessed with being uncomfortable, but I'll cover that in the other video when it comes to changing facilities and stuff like that. You get 2 dives on the day, and for about up to an hour. You're not deep, so it's easy to conserve your tank, and the seals will come and find you. You can also snorkel. If you snorkel on top of the water, the seals will still come to you because they find you fascinating. I hope you've enjoyed this review of diving Lundy Island with seals, and go and enjoy. Well, that's us as we leave Lundy Island to go back to the mainland. Once again, thanks for watching Wet Pics. If you find it useful, these short videos, please subscribe. Put something in the comments if you think we can improve the videos or get more from it. And I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching as we leave Ilfracombe.